not sure about what I wanted to do with my decision. And now I'm confident, I'm happy that I made the right choice, that giving my baby up for adoption is the right thing that I want to do. So I definitely see that I've grown from the first day I was in this group.
Okay, good.
I came here confused, disappointed, ashamed, but when I came here and I saw that I'm not the only teenager who is pregnant, I heard other people's experiences. I realized that mine was even better. Someone was even raped, and they are all here. So I was so withdrawn and timid, but I realized that others are going through worse things, and yet I saw smiles on their faces, and that really gave me hope and assurance. And so it has really changed a lot in me now. It's just that it's still difficult for me to take a decision because I don't want to hurt anybody, but emotionally I'm healed.
Right. Okay.
I feel not that much higher than I was when I first came in. It's not the group's fault, it's just my own indecision that's making me not really feel like, I feel like I came in and I was scared and confused, and I'm still scared and confused. Like, some good things have happened since then, some bad things. One good thing, obviously, you know, coming to this group and meeting everyone, but it's not like me to not be able to make a decision, and I don't know what to do. So that's why I'm still here and still looking for, you know, to hear everyone else's, what's fueling their decisions and stuff, but I'm hoping that I'll make the right one.
Do you feel you're any closer to making your decision?
Some days I do and some days I don't. Some days I wake up and I say I'm definitely keeping it, and then the next day I wake up and I'm definitely giving it up for adoption. Yeah. So.
All right, okay, you still have time. Okay, Chanel?
Initially I was a mess. It was just totally unexpected. I wasn't ready to have a child. But now I'm in such a better place. I've confronted that issue, my fear issue of telling him, and that's over. And it's okay because I know that my baby will have a loving home eventually.
Okay, good. Now, what are you, Amanda?
I was definitely scared. I was nervous to tell you guys what I wanted to do. But now, having been here and sitting where I am now, I can say I'm not as afraid. And I'm glad that I've met everybody here because now I realize I have more support. So sitting there, I was completely alone, I felt. I had no one, but now I'm feeling so much better that I've been coming here. And
Great, I'm so glad to hear that. So remember, if anybody has any concerns, just think of them and we'll cover it next session.
I also want to thank everybody because I know I came in late and you guys have all accepted me, and I just wanted to thank you guys.
Okay, thank you. All right? Okay, thanks for coming, and we'll see you next week.
Oh yeah.
My goodness, this thing is bigger than me. Amanda Tolentino, Teenage Pregnancy Group. Alright, hi guys, my name is Amanda, the facilitator for today. So I just want to get a check-in on how everyone's feeling. I know you've had a lot of sessions and you've covered a lot of things. So I just want to get a check-in on how everyone's feeling, how they felt over the past couple of weeks throughout the sessions. Everybody's okay and no issues or concerns.
I really like the group, sorry.
That's okay. I found a family that
great.
I like for my baby. They're so loving, and I can tell that they're going to be great parents. They can't have children on their own, so I'm glad I'm kind of helping them in a way. And it is an open adoption, so I can be in the baby's life.
Oh,
That's wonderful.
I know. So.
And you're doing something great for other people,
Yeah.
so you should be proud of that.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting.
So I know a lot of what we've covered and big themes of a lot of the previous sessions have been about choices, and you've all had some really big decisions to make, and I'm glad to hear that a lot of you are set in your decisions and are comfortable, but I know that some of you are still a little bit unsure, and who among you, or is that Caitlin, you're still a little bit unsure?
Still a little unsure. Like I said last week, I still have some time, and I'm hoping that I can really make a decision soon, because I feel like there's just so much that could go wrong with either decision, but then also so much that could go right.
Absolutely.
So it's just very hard.
It's a humongous decision to make. I mean, you have someone's life in your hands, and you have to think of yourself as well. And remember, you guys are teenagers. You're girls, that you have so much ahead of you. And so I just have a little bit of a model that I want to show you that you guys can keep with you forever. And it's a good, if you want to pass those out, it's a good model about choices to maybe help you with future decisions, future obstacles that you might face. And I know that this is a big obstacle and it's been hard for you to make a decision. So this might help you for future reference, and even now, Caitlin, especially in making your decisions. So just gonna try and write it here. This thing is a little bit big, but okay. So choice, right? We all have, oh my goodness. Let me do it this way. We all have choices to make, and this would be a great way in helping you choose what to do. So Caitlin, do you mind if I use your example so we can show everybody how to maybe do this for future reference?
Yes.
And maybe help you in making your decision. So for C, choice. We got a choice here. Let's say choose an option. Which ones were you leaning towards more?
Was adoption or parenting, and I guess, like I said, it changes every day, and today is one of the days where I've been leaning towards keeping the baby.
Okay,
so we'll do that one today.
So keeping the baby?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now you've chose your option. Let's go on to H. How will it affect you?
Completely.
In what ways?
In every single way. Like I said, like it's my responsibility. I can't, people my age think of all I have to worry about is what I want to do, where I want to go to college, what I want to do, period, and I won't be able to say that at all or think that at all. It has to be what I will do with my baby.
Mm-hmm. And I know we've mentioned before in previous groups, like, it's your decision.
Ultimately.
It's ultimately up to you.
Mhm.
So let's continue on. O, so now you know how it might affect you. Opposing, oops, there's already the O there. Opposing options. At this point, you've chosen something, but I want you to compare it to other things, weigh the pros and cons, so that you are more comfortable in your decision and that what you've chosen is right. Or if not, then you might think of the alternative. So you were thinking also of adoption?
Well, with adoption, that would obviously alleviate it affecting my life like day to day, but at the same time it will affect my life day to day because I've also read when we were researching that from like personal experiences from birth moms, it's just the pain of like giving up that baby is just unbearable. So that's something that I'm a little afraid of too, is will I be able to actually do that? But then at the same time, like I will gain so much.
So now seeing the other side of it, do you have a better, clearer decision in mind?
No, because there's still so much good and bad in both, but I'm trying.
But it's always good to look at the other side of things. You never know what's on that other side and how it will affect you and if it's the better choice. So looking at alternatives is a great tool or great thing to do when you're making a decision. And then I, invoke in your right to choose. Sorry for my terrible handwriting. But I want you all to remember, especially you, Caitlin, that you always have a choice. No matter what obstacle you may face, there's always something that you can do about it. You have a choice to do. And I know some of us, I think our previous member had left because they were terminating their pregnancy, and she made her decision, and a lot of you have made a different decision. So it's great that I'm really proud of all of you for invoking in your right to choose. Everyone has a right to do so. C, now let's see. Can you live with your decision? Now you've made your choice. You've looked at every opposing view and what would affect it. Can you live with it? Can you move forward with it? How do you think, Caitlin?
I could definitely live with keeping my baby, but even though I said before it would hurt a lot, I know I could live if I gave it up for adoption too. So
Absolutely, and that's something you guys need to take into consideration. I know in a previous group we have mentioned like all factors need to be looked at when you're making a choice. So how will it affect you? Can you live with it? Because at this point, especially for pregnant teens, you have to think about, if you're keeping the baby, responsibilities. You're going to be changing diapers. Your life is going to be totally, completely upside down and it's going to be dedicated to that child. And then If you're not keeping the baby, regrets. Can you live with that regret? Or will it be something that you are going to regret terminating or giving up the baby? And are you actually ready right now to make this decision? Can you live with it and be ready with it? And finally, I want you to remember that anytime you make a decision, no matter how hard it's going to be, that everything's going to be okay. It will be fine. I mean, the choice that you make, there may be a bad outcome, there may be a good outcome, but no matter what outcome comes out of your decision, life moves forward and you will be fine. And you know that here, especially in this situation that you're facing, you can always come back. You always have the support. We're available all the time, and we have on-call social workers that you can call if ever you're feeling in a distressed moment, even if it's not about pregnancy, and you need someone to help you out with choices or support. So I want you guys, so hopefully, I hope that you guys keep this with you, and you know, when you have other obstacles that you're faced with, that you, think about this, and
This was very helpful.
Yes, thank you.
because you guys have so much ahead of you. You're so young, so keep that in mind. And so I know some of you are leaving. Vivian, you said you're leaving, and Sarah, you said you're leaving. Well, I just want to remind you that, you know, thank you again for being here and participating. I'm so proud of where you've come from the beginning and now in your last session. And it's going to be tough. I know you're keeping the baby and you're adopting. So, but you just know you can always come back.
We'll miss you.
And we will miss you very much, and you can call us if ever there's something that you're having struggle with, if you just can't sleep and you
Right.
know.
I think I may come back.
Yes,
Right.
of course. We are, the purpose of our group and our sessions is to offer you guys that support, because we know how hard it is to be in this situation, and you have people who have been in your shoes. So
Thanks so much.
you're always
Thank
welcome
you.
back.
Thanks, everybody.
You're welcome. All right, well, see some of you next week, and Sarah and Vivian, good luck to you. Best wishes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Ian. My handwriting was disgusting.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
You guys, we can.
We're gonna have back into that.
Really good.
Okay, when we go in there. Yeah. Oh my god, sorry about one.